Welcome to the Stock Market Scalper channel. Here is your host, Scalper 779.
Alrighty guys, let's get right into it. We got the E-mini futures here, and we're going to be looking at our first number one setup, which is the pre-market for today, and today's date is February 12th, 2024. So this is the pre-market for the ES, and let's just make this a little bit bigger. All right, so first thing we're going to do is draw some lines. Okay, and that line, that looks like a legitimate line, you know, because it connects that point. I wonder, yeah, I think you could go there as well, but it's not as good. So if we duplicate the top one, bring it down to the bottom one here, look at what we got. We got a piercing. Now I don't know, so let's remove the top one. Let's take the second one, just activate it, so we move that and put it on that line there. Yeah, we get a little gap there. It doesn't touch the line exactly. All right, let's see, you know, but that'd be a good spot to go or along. So that's not bad, you know, that's not too hard to find out. Just get that channel going. On the spiders, it was more of a trend line than a channel, but it's not the same. Anyway, so that's the one part, the first part of the first setup. The other one I wanted to show you was the moving averages, and this is the simple moving average. This is, I believe, the weighted moving averages, and the exponential moving averages. And the one that we want to look at is right here. Yeah, so you can see at the top there, simple moving averages, and we're looking at the gray one. So so you see the lines here, it's kind of cluttering everything. I'm gonna erase them. Whoops. Okay. So you see how the price hit, what is that value? 5,039.65, and what's the low? 39.50. So it would have been, you know, a pretty good if you got into the what's it called, 39.75 contract right there, or price, I should say. That would have been good. So if you add those two factors together, right? We had the channel and the moving average. That's a pretty good spot to get in. And now, yeah, you have these support and resistance. Let's just put those in there. Like, it doesn't quite touch. Whoops. I don't know if you guys like going to the body of the candle, and if you did that, well, then that would have worked, right? We did it right there. Anyway, so that's setup number one. Let's move on to setup number two. Here we got the second setup, and it involves moving averages on the regular time charts. I think they're called the cash charts, but you know, I'll figure that out some other time. But you can see here's the start of the day, 9:30, goes to 4 o'clock. The last chart that I showed you in setup number one, those were 24-hour charts. Okay, I don't think I explained that. So yeah, there's a lot of moving averages to look at, but the one I wanted to focus on here is this one. This blue line is a 20 moving average, and as you can see, it almost touches, oops, let's expand this to see what's the value. Yeah, 41.05, and the low is 41.25. So it's not quite touching, but it's a point of confidence. Okay, it'll just give you another reason to get in, not the reason, but another reason. And then if we move down to this moving average chart, this is the weighted. Okay, this is the moving average weighted. And again, you can see price piercing the lines. So here it pierced it quite a bit, but again, support. It didn't close under the line. So again, you can use this as a point of confidence, not for like a really strong reasons to get in, but just to add on to a trend line or support line. Anyway, I just wanted you guys to look at the moving averages for setup number 2. We got 2 more setups, number 3 and number 4. So let's check out number 3. All right, so we got setup number 3 right here. Again, this is the regular chart, regular hour chart, and this is the 24-hour chart. And we're going to need to look at the 24-hour chart for setup number 3 and the most important one. As you will see, you can call tops. Okay, you can say, yeah, this is where I'm going to go short. And if you have a lot of discipline and you know your risk management and you know how to get in a position and scale out, you know, buy more than one contract or whatever it may be, man, you can make yourself a lot of money. So this is Friday of last week, and so this is today, right? February 12th. So that's last week, Friday the 9th. So this is pre-market Friday. This is Friday morning, pre-market, 8:30 in the morning. And what we're going to do, I'm just going to make sure I got my line. We're just going to connect this high with this high, and we're going to get this. Everybody see that? Put that on your own chart and just take a look at that. Sometimes I just look at charts like this and say it shouldn't be that easy, but it is. Now, I didn't take this whole trade, but I got a little bit of here, and I didn't see this until after the fact. That's why I love doing these videos. That's why this is actually kind of studying for myself as well. If you saw my spider video, it's similar, but you have to chart it a different way. Because if you do this, see what you get? It was the same kind of thing with the spiders, but the spider didn't pierce the top one. Anyway, that you can just take a look in the video on the spiders if you're interested in that. But all you'd have to do was get short somewhere around here and wait, and that's it. And another thing, you take it down to this pivot low right here, and that could have been your exit too. Okay, if you liked following channels, all right, this would have been perfect. And then maybe something like that, and then that's your exit. You know, one or the other, right? Like you never know where it's going to go. And let's see here. I don't think there's any other magic lines here. It would be super hard. So see, look there's a trend line there that gets hit, but there's something else I'll show you. It's right here, but that's in setup number 4. But I think that's all I have to show you. So I don't want to focus on that, because that's for the next video. I just want to focus on this trend line and then making it into a channel, and see there, even the market's telling you that, oh yeah, this is a real trend line right here. Yeah, we're respecting that. And it couldn't break above that and confirm, so it just dropped again at the the last bar of the day. All right, so that was setup 3. Let's take a look at setup 4. Alrighty, folks, so this is the last setup number 4. And we're going to be looking at support lines here. So in number 3, we discussed the trend line going up there. All right, I just erased everything so it just doesn't clutter the charts here. Again, this is the regular hours, 9:30 to 4 o'clock. So we're going to draw some support lines in here and we're going to see how it reacts. So this one would have been great. The spiders reacted a little bit different. This one pierced it probably by, what is the low? 48, 50, 48, and the high here, 50, 48.5. Yeah. So by 2 ticks. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah. Points and ticks. So that's fantastic, right? And then that would have been a really nice scalping. How many points? 1, 2, 3, 4. Around 5 or so, right? And then it couldn't confirm. It didn't go back up, so it blew through. So what's the next obvious levels? Well, we got one here and one here, and it did work in other candles, as you can see. That one, these levels here, but once it passes through the support, you're just, I don't know, you're playing with fire, if you ask me. But obviously you wouldn't have known, right, this candle, how far it would have gone down if up here. So you would have had this level in here, this level in here, and then look at this level. Probably would have had that level and then this one too. Thinking maybe this one or the next candle blow right down here. But catching, as they say, a falling knife is always difficult. It's not impossible. See here? What's the high here? 50.34. What's the low? 50.33.25. So you would have gotten in here and you would have had a great bounce. Almost a 10-point bounce. Yeah. Wow. You see, so it is worth it sometimes, but you really got to know what you're doing. And again, you want other reasons to get in. Like, okay, this one is good. Well, how about why get in this one? Was there another reason? You know, maybe it was going to bounce off a moving average on this one too. So you got 2 reasons. Yeah, go for it. That's awesome. I think what I showed in the other video or in the other setup is this, or was it this low with that? It's kind of pushing it a bit. You know what I mean? I mean, we're looking, we're stretching. But if you saw that, I mean, that is a legitimate trend line. You can't take that away. But if you had the foresight to see this trend line plus the support area, this line right here is this line right here, okay? Well then, yeah, there's your 2-point factor. And then if there was a moving average, and there was a moving average, actually a couple, so that would add into the confidence of catching that falling knife. But you got to be on your toes. You got to be looking at the charts constantly, every single candle bar, you know, looking for different lines, support, trend, channels, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Stochastics, you know, we're still in the downtrend, but yeah, I was ready for a bounce down here. Yeah. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, and please give me a like if you liked the video. All right, we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video.